This could be one of the biggest comebacks in the AI space.
A year ago, nobody was talking about this AI tool. Now it's everywhere.
Over the past years, OpenAI went from being the biggest AI company to becoming something kind of mid. And people who used AI to code basically forgot OpenAI existed, thanks to tools like Claude Code. But over the past few weeks, I've seen a lot of videos saying that OpenAI Codex is actually better than Claude Code. So I've been trying Codex for the past month, and honestly, the results have been really impressive.
The company behind it had fallen behind. Quietly, they rebuilt. They came back with something powerful that regular people are now using to build. And it's surprisingly beginner-friendly.
But is Codex actually better than Claude Code? Today, we're going to answer that question by comparing them on features, price, and 3 specific use cases to see which one is better. And at the end, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on which tool you should be using right now. So let's get into it. So real quick, if you've never used Claude Code before, here's the gist. Claude Code is Anthropic's coding agent. Anthropic being the company behind Claude. The way it works is pretty simple. You give it a task, like fix this bug, or build me a new feature, or review this pull request.
What got me hooked was realizing these rival tools aren't so different after all.
With that out of the way, let's talk about how much these two have in common. Because honestly, after using them both heavily, the overlap is way bigger than most comparison videos admit. Both of them edit code on your local machine. Both have desktop apps. Both have VS Code extensions. They both run the command line. They both support MCP, which is the open protocol for hooking up external tools to your AI.
Everyone online makes these two tools sound like total enemies. But once I dug in, I saw they share almost everything. Same core features, same apps, same building blocks. The big rivalry is mostly hype.
They both support CLIs as well. They've got the same skills format where you drop a markdown file with a YAML front matter into a folder and the agents can read through those, pick them up, and invoke them. Both tools have a plugin marketplace where you can browse and install community tools. They both have a cloud delegation option where you can fire off a task and walk away. And they also both have hooks and subagents. So the question stops being, does my tool have feature X? The real question becomes, which one gives me the better workflow for the way that I actually want to work? And that's where they start to diverge, which is
So if they're this similar, what actually makes one different from the other?
Going to break down next. Let's talk about what each of these tools is uniquely better at. We'll start with Claude Code. The thing that sets it apart, in my opinion, is the depth of the customization. Claude Code right now has 30 different hook events. Hooks, again, are automated triggers that fire when something happens, like when you submit a prompt, or when a tool runs, or when a session starts, or when a task gets created. Codex right now has about 6 hook events.
I started poking around and found it bends to however you want to work. It can quietly send out little helper bots to handle pieces of a job on its own. You set the rules, and it just follows them. That kind of control changes everything.
So if you want to fire automated behavior into every part of the agent's workflow, Claude Code gives you about 5x the granularity there. The next one is auto-delegating subagents. Both tools have subagents, but Claude Code can spawn them on its own when a task needs it. Codex's docs specifically say that Codex won't spawn subagents unless you explicitly ask. So with Claude, you can just give it a complex task and it'll decide on its own to spin up a planner agent and maybe an explorer agent and a code reviewer agent, whatever.
But the other tool had a trick up its sleeve that I didn't see coming.
In a class of its own right now. Okay, so flipping the script, what does Codex actually do better than Claude Code? The first thing is the whole unified workflow shape. Codex is built around work trees from the ground up. Every thread you spin up can run in its own work tree without bumping into the main version of your project. Combine that with the fact that you can review, stage, commit, and push from the same desktop app, and you basically got a full shipping pipeline in one tool. Obviously, Claude Code allows you to work with work trees as well. Codex just does a really good job of making that feel more native.
It's built to take your work all the way to finished, not just halfway. It even has a built-in window to see what you made, right there. No jumping between apps, no mess. It just keeps everything in one clean place.
The second thing is in the in-app browser. So Codex, inside the desktop app, has a built-in browser that you can use to actually look at the work that your agent just shipped. You can leave visual comments right on the page. If you've ever finished a feature and then you had to switch over to Chrome to check it out, this is just a much cleaner, universal experience. Now, to be fair, it also has a feature called Claude and Chrome that gives you another type of.
Once I saw what each one was great at, the next question hit me hard.
Probably going to want to go with ChatGPT Codex. All right, so let's talk about pricing real quick because this is actually a big part of the decision. Both tools are included with their parent subscription, which means you don't need to mess with a separate API key to start using either one. So for Claude, you've got Claude Pro at $20 a month, which includes Claude Code and the rest of Claude. Then you've got Claude Max 5X at $100 a month, which gives you 5X the Pro usage, and then Claude Max 20X at $200 a month for 20X usage.
Both start at a small monthly price, so getting in is easy. But one of them lets you do way more before it slows you down. That difference adds up fast when you're working every day. Knowing this early saves you a real headache.
Pro is definitely enough to play around with Claude Code, but if you're using it seriously every day, you're going to want at least one of the max plans. For Codex, it's included with ChatGPT free, and then also plus at $20 a month, all the way up to ChatGPT Pro at $200 a month for basically unlimited use. Not really, but it feels like it. But right now, OpenAI has a promo running where the $100 tier on OpenAI side gets you 2x Codex usage through May 31st.
So with all this in hand, how do you actually choose?
business. All right, so given all that, let me give you my honest take on when to use each. I would say reach for Claude Code when you're working on complex front end, when visual design quality matters, when the task requires deep planning, when you want auto delegation.
Before we continue, quick heads up. If you're watching this and thinking, I like the idea, but I want to see how this actually works in practice, I've linked a free training below. It breaks down the exact system and workflow we use, shows how it's already structured, and explains how people use it without having to figure everything out from scratch. If that sounds useful, the link's in the description. You can check it out anytime. Now back to the video.
When you're building custom workflows with hooks and skills and channels, and when you need the Claude Agent SDK to embed agents in your own product, or when you're in an enterprise environment that needs Bedrock or Vertex auth.
It was never about which tool wins. It's about grabbing the right one for the job in front of you. One shines at design and planning. The other shines at speed and shipping fast.
And then I'd say to reach for Codex when the task is research heavy and pulling from the web, when you're producing structured documents like PDFs or reports, when you want a single desktop app that handles work trees and review and shipping, when you need to use /goal for like long running objectives, when you want to use @Codex on GitHub PRs, or when your project needs image generation built into the workflow. And on top of those buckets, I want to come back to my observation from earlier because this is where it actually shapes my decision.
Final step, curiosity close. And once you understand that, you're ready for the part that actually changes things. The link in my bio is your next step. If you like this video, gently hit the like button. If you dislike this video, then share with your friends and family. Because whether you liked it or not, it could be helpful to your friends and family and your social media contact. And if you think we are doing our best to try and explain to you how you can change your life, and you want to watch the next video, then make sure you subscribe to our channel and switch on the notification bell button. And make sure you ask your friends and family and social media contacts to subscribe to our channel, switch on the notification bell button as well. This way, you will help us get 10,000 subscribers in next 3 months. To learn more money techniques, watch these videos, and we will see you on the next one.